Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Object Detection series. In our previous videos, we explored the RCNN family and the popular YOLO model. Today, we are going to dive into an exciting topic of real-world practical importance, the Hungarian algorithm and how it can be applied to object detection to match the bounding boxes between frames. But before we jump into details, let's quickly recap what the Hungarian algorithm is. The Hungarian algorithm, also known as the kuhn-munkres algorithm or the Munkres assignment algorithm, is an optimization algorithm used to solve the assignment problem. In the context of object detection, imagine we have a video with multiple frames, each containing several objects. Our goal is to track these objects across the frames by matching their corresponding boxes. The Hungarian algorithm performs object matching by assigning a cost to each pair of bounding boxes in consecutive frames. This cost is determined based on various factors such as the distance between the centers of the boxes, the overlap between the boxes, the similarity of their features, or any other relevant metric that helps us measure the similarity or the dissimilarity between objects. By analyzing these costs, the algorithm aims to find the best possible matches between bounding boxes that reduce the global assignment cost, enabling accurate object tracking across the frames. But why don't we simply take the minimum cost between the bounding boxes in the two frames to match the objects? Well, by taking the minimum cost at each step may result in suboptimal assignments because it fails to consider the global structure of the assignment problem. The Hungarian algorithm, on the other hand, evaluates all possible combinations and optimally matches objects based on the total cost matrix. Now, let's go through the steps of the Hungarian algorithm as applied to object detection. Step 1. Calculate the cost matrix. This matrix contains the cost for matching each bounding box in one frame with every bounding box in the next frame. And again, this cost can be calculated based on the intersection over union, Euclidean distance, or any other similarity metric. The second step consists in applying the Hungarian algorithm to find the optimal assignment. The algorithm efficiently matches bounding boxes in a way that minimizes the total cost of assignments. It does this by iteratively finding the best possible matches. First of all, we find the lowest cost entry in each row and subtract it from all other entries in that row. And if we do that, we obtain the following cost matrix. Then we find the lowest cost entry in each column and subtract it from all other entries in that column. And if we do that, because all the minimum values in the columns are 0, we obtain the same cost matrix. Then we cover the matrix with the minimum number of lines, horizontal or vertical, so that all zeros are covered. If there are n lines drawn, an optimal assignment of zeros is possible and the algorithm is finished. Unfortunately, this is not the case in this example, since we have drawn only 2 lines. And as a result, we go to the next step where we modify the cost matrix based on the uncovered zeros. Firstly, we find the smallest uncovered entry in the matrix and subtract it from all other uncovered rows that are not crossed, and then add it to each column that is crossed out. Now, we repeat step 3 in the Hungarian algorithm, and because we have 3 lines that cross all the zeros, we are done. The assignment will be where the zeros are in the matrix, such that only one zero per row and column is part of the assignment. And that's basically the Hungarian algorithm and how it's applied in finding the optimal assignment. Unfortunately, one of the main disadvantages of using the Hungarian algorithm is its polynomial time complexity. The algorithm has a worst time complexity of O(n) cubed, where n represents the power of objects or bounding boxes to be matched. And as the number of objects increases, the time required to find the optimal assignments grows significantly. This can be a limitation when dealing with a large number of objects or real-time applications that demand fast processing. And that's it for today's video. We have explored how the Hungarian algorithm can be applied to object detection to match bounding boxes between the frames. I hope you found this information valuable and that it will help you better understand the object tracking algorithms. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to this channel for more exciting content and hit that notification bell to stay updated. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!